Hey guys, my name is Ryan.
And my name is Miska.
Welcome to Overwatch Central. So Season 3 is here and I bet a lot of you are hyped to start playing the new competitive season. This feels to us as the most hyped competitive season so far. Season 2 was a pretty good success overall. And now that some slight changes and so-called improvements have been made to the matchmaking and placement games, surely everything is top notch and working just fine. Well, you could say that, but it depends on how you look at it. So it just happens that the placement games this season have gone a little bit crazy. Like people being able to be placed in Grandmaster's crazy. Even people that only won 2 or 3 of their placement games are still being placed in the Grandmaster tier. So what exactly is going on, and what have Blizzard said about all of this?
To figure out what's going on and explain the situation a little bit better, we need to roll back to when Season 3 was announced. In the extensive Blizzard Blue post, some information about Season 3 was summarized and could basically be shortened down to the following sentence. You will place lower in the next season compared to the current one in connection with an attempt to fix the problem with people being placed too high. At least this is what people thought the post meant. Everyone basically just went, awesome, then I don't have to deal with these trash tier Genji mains in my games anymore. I personally always argue that we actually don't know who this applies to exactly and who will be placed a lot lower due to having a rank too high for themselves in Season 2. Season 3 began and everybody got excited to get started, placement games were played, and what's going on, why did I place here? Well, probably because that's kinda close to where you were at towards the end of Season 2. Blizzard have, as of the making of this video, not announced anything officially and have not made any posts on the Battle.net forums. Now, just to clarify, this is not some bug where you'll place exactly where you were at the end of Season 2, making the placement games pointless, but you will place near where you finished in Season 2. We're all a bit confused or surprised to say the least here, but there are actually some things that most people have missed around this.
Remember the post announced in Season 3 on the Battle.net forums? Well, Pepperidge Farm remembers. It was written by Scott Mercer and was an extremely informative post with maybe even a little bit too much stuff in there. There is one section of the post that we believe was lost in translation a little bit. I'm going to read it for you and then we'll explain what it means exactly. Just before this, Mercer has brought up the fact that they're trying a different method that is further from the fresh start concept. Anyway, the post is as followed. As a result, we're testing a different way of determining your starting season rank for Season 3 on the PTR. We're leaning more towards trying to keep things fair rather than giving everyone a fresh start. We're also going to initially tune the SR to be slightly lower to start with. In turn, fewer players should start the season having their skill rating drastically drop, despite having close to even wins and losses. This change will mean that some players will not start in the same tier for Season 3 that they were placed in for Season 2, and that your skill rating gains from winning will be a little bit higher at the beginning of the season. After you play enough matches, however, your skill rating and losses will go back to normal.
Now, there is one sentence in particular in here that stands out and we believe was misunderstood by the community to some degree when this post was published. Quote, we're also going to initially tune your SR to be slightly lower to start. Unquote. What we believe could have been meant by tune your SR to be slightly lower to start is not your SR after the placement games, but rather your hidden SR for when you go into placement games. This would allow players that just win a few games there to climb up to where they were at in the last season, and would also explain why people that ended up after the whole Season 2 up in High, Diamond or Masters are having an easy time calibrating into those tiers in Season 3. This does check out as it does mean that 1. Players will start at a lower SR based on their last season rank, making their placements less of a mess from the start. 2. People will technically start lower, which was what the devs said would happen. And 3. The rating is closer to where you ended last season rather than where you started last season, making it more of a so-called fair system rather than a fresh start.
We might be wrong and all of this might just be a big error and everybody's skill rating will be completely reset in just a few hours, who knows at this point. But anyway, we wanted to get this video out to explain why this might be happening. Season 3 is already a pretty interesting season so far, and we hope that you're excited to play your placement games regardless of how you do if you haven't already. If you have placed though, make sure to drop a comment and let us know where you calibrated after your placement games. I was at 2917, so really high plat, which is pretty good considering. We can never have too many statistics and this is definitely one of those moments where stats would be great to have. Anyway, that's it for this time. Thank you very much for watching and make sure to drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. We're going to go play some more rank now, so thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you next time.